This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
What's up, guys? Tyke Myson here, star of the new movie Crow's Nest 3, and you're watching Primetime Horror. Today, I'm joined with my special guest, James McKenna, director and producer of Crow's Nest 3. James, come on over here.
You might also know me as Shaq Nicholson, but today we're going to be counting down our picks for the top 5 greatest horror villains of all time. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into it.
Coming in at number 5, we have Freddy Krueger, the star of the 9-film series Nightmare on Elm Street. A man who was once a child predator to being burned alive by the parents on Elm Street, to now being a dream demon in this 9 series of movies, and terrorizing the little children on Elm Street. He's also a very creative killer. Say if you have something like Jaws, you can easily escape that, just don't go in the water. But with Freddy, it's almost impossible to escape him. He's a dream demon. If you fall asleep, you're in his domain now.
And he's also got some really great kills. One that always stands out to me is the opening of the original Nightmare on Elm Street, where he drags Tina up the wall, but he's not actually there. You don't actually see it, you just see it from Rod's point of view of her just being dragged up the wall. And they did that in such a creative way and made Freddy just so creepy and eerie in those first couple of films at least, that I think he belongs on the list.
Coming in at number 4, we have Norman Bates of the 5-movie series Psycho.
This is such a cool killer because it's something that we had never seen before. Many people call this the first ever slasher, and while I disagree because it's not that much of a modern slasher like something like Black Christmas or Halloween, it's still just so cool that we got to see this guy killing people in creative and violent ways that we had never seen up to this point in horror. Like, he killed the girl in the shower. That was the most violent scene that we had ever seen up to that point. And you didn't even see her get stabbed. Hitchcock just filmed Psycho in such a creative way to make Norman Bates just a, psycho in this movie. And just the twist reveal of, what was going on with his mother. Is she there? Is she not? What's actually happening? Is just so cool, so creative, and Anthony Perkins portrays him perfectly. You couldn't have had a better cast even if they tried. And they did in 1998, and yeah, it didn't work out too well for them, did it? So for us, Norman Bates is going to come in at number 4.
Coming in at number 3, we have the Swamp Demon himself, Jason Voorhees, the Camp Crystal Lake Killer. Jason started off as a camp goer when he was just a kid at Camp Crystal Lake, but his fate was soon to come. He died in the lake by drowning to the other campers' hands when the counselors were not watching. Jason is out for revenge in this 12-movie series. Jason's impact in the horror realm was so great that he's still on this top 5 list for us, even though he wasn't the killer in the first movie. It was his mother. His mother was coming back for revenge on all the camp counselors to try to get back for his son's death. Although the mother performed some of the most gruesome and awesome kills of this 12-movie series, we do have to talk about all the amazing kills that Jason got as well.
Jason's got so many good kills. This series is known for its practical effects and not use of CGI. And he just has so many good kills using these practical effects, whether it's impaling somebody through a tent, roasting somebody alive over a fire, stabbing somebody over and over and over through a bed, or just plain smacking somebody against a tree. He's had so many great kills, and he even fought Freddy Krueger in a movie and ended it with Freddy's head in his hand. He's freaking awesome.
And that's why he's at our number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we have the leader of all Cenobites, Pinhead of the 10-movie series Hellraiser.
Well, 9-movie series, because the 9th one really shouldn't count. But this killer is just such an awesome villain. Personally, he is my favorite of all time, and he is just a brutal dude. He comes out, he's got the best entrance in all of horror. The walls open up, everything flies everywhere, glass shatters and everything, and he comes out and he just delivers some of the greatest lines ever and just has some crazy, vicious, brutal kills. He comes out and he just summons chains, because he can do that. He summons chains from out of nowhere and hooks to your face and just rips it apart. And did I mention the lines that he delivers? He has the greatest lines out of any horror villain of all time, bar none. He's just an awesome villain.
Finally, coming in at number 1, we have the Haddonfield Slasher, the most badass horror movie villain of all time, Michael Myers. The legendary Michael Myers started off when he was only 6 years old with his first kill, his older sister. Now this is just truly psychotic. He gets sent off to the sanitarium instantly after this, and ever since then, he has not spoken a single word to anybody.
He's also on our list for personal reasons because for the both of us, Michael Myers was the first killer that we ever saw in horror. While watching this movie, both of us, it was our first time watching a horror movie, and just seeing Michael Myers doing what he did, like the first time we saw him standing behind the bushes, that's when we both realized, like, yeah, horror is the genre to be. And Michael Myers is just, he's so awesome and just so cool. He stands the test of time to where we're still getting movies made of him, and we're still getting good movies made of him as well. He's such an awesome villain, and for us, there was no other choice we could have put at number 1.
Unlike other series, Halloween has stayed great throughout all movies that have been made. And unlike some other series, such as Friday the 13th, where it gets very unrealistic very quickly with the amount of kills and how things play out, Halloween is just overall amazing. Now sadly, as that does conclude our top 5 list of top 5 horror villains of all time, we'd love to thank you for tuning in today on this special episode of Prime Time Horror!
So we want to thank you again for watching. Goodbye and good night. Bang!